So here it is. Deku's back at UA, and of course, nothing could matter or change if it wasn't for Uraraka going up there and resounding the bullhorn, actually bullhorn, to the masses to let them know that, you know what, we might be heroes, but we're still people too. You hold us to this pedestal. It took a moment, but the hearts and minds of the group of people that are here finally was able to change. So, after watching this episode, multiple different things I want to talk about. One, this episode felt like it was so short, and I'm kind of a little disappointed if you take a step back from it. If you take a step back and look at the episode as a whole, nothing really happened other than a lot of talking and a lot of emotion and such. Like, they talked about UA being upgraded, they talked about getting Deku into there, even All Might, like, talking to be like, he's going out, and of course, look who's there watching him, Stain. But still, it was just basically 24 minutes of just talking. Nothing happened. Even the last episode, that hot talking, there was a lot of, there was at least a little bit of fighting, if you will. But, I mean, yes, it has to go through this moment and such. They still have to go through these moments to kind of progress the story. I understand that. I get that. But, do we have to spend that much time? It feels like they're trying, like, I don't know how many more episodes are there until the end of the season. I don't. But it feels like they're trying to milk as much out of this, so then that way they can include all the, I guess, fight scenes and all the stuff that happen in the future. And I'm not mad at it, not in the least bit. I'm not. And I am a huge anime and My Hero Academia fan. So please, you can flame me in the comments all you want, but the fact of the matter is, if you just take a step back, for example, I don't know if you guys are watching it, but the anime, the Ice Blade Sorcerer Shall Rule the World. It feels like those episodes are so long. They put so much information into it, so much content into the episode. Every time I think that, every time I think like an episode is going to end, because most anime, I'll be like, oh, the episode's about to end now. It keeps going. And I'm like, oh Lord, man, there's still more happening here. Okay. And then every time it's like, oh, well, here's another trope. Oh, they're gonna end the episode here. Nope, they keep going. It feels like I'm getting so much of my dessert from Ice Blade Sorcerer. And then I come to, all right, My Hero Academia is at a higher level. Let's watch this. And I get like, you know, when you go to a fancy restaurant and they say, yes, this food is like the excellent $300, $500 meal. And it's like a little pinch. And you're sitting there like, I'm still hungry, yet I spent like $1,000 on this little pinch of food. This is what I feel like right now. I'm watching My Hero Academia, which is like the top caliber of anime right now, yet I'm getting a little pinch, little serving, here's your little plate. And I watch, you know, another anime and I'm getting like my money's worth and a whole full course meal out the same amount. I'm like, dang, okay, oh man, you still serving me? Oh Lord, thank you. But, you know, like I said, I'm not mad at it, and Uraraka needs to make sure, you know, the statements that she said need to be said to sway the hearts. And another thing is, this is probably what changes in the future to make Deku the #1 hero, because once we learn that it's also a popularity contest, that if more people know of a hero, that's what makes them #1. So now that more people are starting to actually take note of Deku, this is what's going to project and propel him to be that #1. And the same of now Deku's taking note of Uraraka. Like, Uraraka's always been in the sidelines, always been in love with Deku, but even she has said at multiple different points in this anime that she can't feel those feelings right now. She needs to take those and put them aside, and which was very smart. And yet here's Deku finally opening his eyes like, oh, who's this girl? You know, kind of been there with her, been a bro, like, hey, you know, we're cool. But now he's like, oh, hi, how are you doing? And I could go on a whole nother tangent talking about you know, female characters in anime and like kind of levels and how good they are, I'll just make it short and sweet. Uraraka is like, you know, she's kind of been like the side character as far as the female character. She, you know, not a lot has happened with her. We, you know, had a good moment whenever she was in the sports festival and had to fight Bakugo, and you know, she was really cool there. And you know, some anime, they just kind of make the female characters like they're just there, like in the background. While for another anime, for example, Black Clover, you have you had a female character that's so strong and so good that they're almost like they're the main character as well. Like you have Asta, the main character, but then you have characters like Noelle, that is a very strong female lead, that it's not in the background as much as some of these other female characters in a lot of different anime. But like I said, I can go into a whole nother tangent about that, but I'm not, because that would make our discussion like a whole half hour longer. But regardless, this anime is still very good. I will say, like, the last few episodes I feel have been a lot weaker ever since the fight with the assassin. It's kind of been weaker, but definitely, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But make sure you like the video and make sure you guys are also subscribed for more anime reviews on this one and some others in the future. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.